if it's what I want to do.
Hello, what I'm in, nice to meet you. Got some questions I'm wondering, can you?
What's up YouTube, Dan here, and welcome to episode number 2 of my Barcelona career series. This is episode number 2 of the day as well, and it's going to be the second of a double upload. So, coming up in today's episode, we have got a game against Bayern Munich, a game against Man City, and all that transfer window action, which should be really exciting, and you're going to see what players are buy in this episode. So we have still got 46 million to spend, and 300,000 as our wage budget. But remember, in the comment section below, what players do you want me to buy in this career mode? Remember, I've got a lot of money, so I can buy literally anyone apart from Ronaldo or Gareth Bale, those kind of players. So I've got a lot of money, and hopefully you guys can give me some good suggestions and tell me who do you think I need and how can I strengthen the team, even though it's a really strong team already. So we're having a look at Matuidi. You can see on the screen, you can see he's got no rating. That's because on the new career mode, you can actually not see the rating until you've scouted them for a long time, or the scout knows a lot of more information about them. And as you can see, he's 26 years old, he's a CDM, and he can also play centre mid, so he'll fit great into that three midfielders with Matuidi, Iniesta and Xavi. Imagine that. And Matuidi is a good player to replace Sergio Busquets, who actually sold in the last episode as well. So a scout came back with this player called Romagnoli, and in the last episode I decided to put an offer for him, and he's actually accepted, so we're going to accept the player into the team. I can't ever say his name, so that's why I'm trying to avoid saying his name. And you can see here I'm actually making the signing for Marco Reus as well, which I actually accepted the contract or offered him a contract in the last episode. So that's our first big signing or major signing of the series, and hopefully there's more to come in this series. So you can see here, he's 68 rated, he's got a great potential as he did on FIFA 13. But by the way, if you missed the first episode, I'm not going to be using any potential websites, and I think it does ruin the career mode a little bit in my opinion, and makes it a bit easier to find players. But in this series, as well as there not being ratings shown for players under 85, I think it is, I'm not going to use any potential websites to find out potentials and what ratings players are. So we're going to move on and make some more transfers. By the way, the new email system, it looks really nice, and the thing is I don't really like about it is you have to continuously delete messages, which can be a bit boring, and you have to do it every so often. So we actually get an offer here from Manchester City for Cesc Fabregas, 86 rated and 26 years old. I'm a big fan of Fabregas in real life, and I think he doesn't get the recognition he actually deserves, and he actually made a massive offer. I think it's around 30 to 40 million. I decided to counter offer for around about 45 to 50 million in the end. So we actually get another counter offer there for Alexandre Song, and not going to be using too much this season, so I'd accept an offer of around about 15 to 20 million. So you can see another offer there from Chelsea, and in the end I decided no, I'll keep him for now. He could be a good backup for Matuidi if we can hopefully get him in this episode. So we actually go and search Pogba. You can see it's no ratings, so it's just in the order of their name or their first name, I think it is. And we're going to scout him because he's going to have a great potential, I just know it. 20 years old, and I think he's rated around about 79 to 82, I think, in my opinion. But I don't know his rating because obviously Juventus won on the demo. But you can see that again, he can play centre mid and CDM. So next player we're for is another Juventus player, and it's going to be Arturo Vidal. All of his stats, I repeat, all of his stats are in the yellows, and I think there's one maybe this orange, but great stats as he did in the last game. You can see physical attributes has actually been moved around, so sprint speed is under acceleration. So the first that I always look for is the pace, really, in my opinion, but obviously this season or in this FIFA 14, you'll be looking at strength and like the whole thing, or the whole package really. So you can see again, he can play centre mid and CDM. So Iniesta, Xavi, obviously going to be my creative players. I'm going to have one tackler, and maybe I could have gone for Yaya Toure, but we'll see if I can get him in the next episode. Hopefully I can make an offer for him in the next episode. So you can see here, he's 85 rated and 26 years old. So I think it is, if you're over an 85, you do get their ratings, which is a good touch, I must add. So you can see here, we actually get some transfer offers rejected, I think it was. You can see a final scout report on Matuidi, and I just really like to bring him in because they only want around 4.5 million for him, and these are the two options I have so far. So these are two players actually scouted. They were Gundogan, who's worth 16 million, and Matuidi is worth 4 million. So I think that's a no-brainer. Why don't I just go for Matuidi, a couple of years older, but still got good potential, and maybe if I have a bit more money, I will go for Gundogan. But I do need to still get a defender. So in the comment section below, leave what defenders you have in mind, or defenders you think would fit into my team, because PK, as I said in the last episode, Dani Alves is kind of moving up to, obviously he's a really attacking player, so PK's getting moved over to the right side, and that leaves a massive gap in the right centre-back position, and I can't really do anything about it unless put a 5 at the back formation, which I don't want to do at this early part of the game. So you can see here, we're going to put on 5 minutes just to get an idea of how the game is like and just get some more experience under our belt. And you can see here, we're just going to go into the squad, and we are still using the default formation with Neymar centre forward. We have Pedro and Royce at left wing and right wing. So Messi is still out at the moment, so we won't be able to use Messi until I think it's the next game will be against Bayern Munich. So you can see our subs as well, and you can see I'm just kind of swapping the team around, seeing what's best, and we're going to see how this game goes on. So legendary 5 minutes. Thing about legendary, it's actually a lot harder this year, so I'm going to struggle until I get to grips with the game. Apparently it actually takes around 10 to 15 games to get into the game and to kind of get your game and get some gameplay as well, kind of get some good gameplay. I was really struggling in this game, even though Man City did have a second team with the players you normally see on the reserves. A couple of players like Yaya Toure and Jovetic were actually playing. Apart from that, you can see Boyata as their centre-back is actually playing the game, so you can tell they had a weak team. That's why we took advantage of that, and Neymar scored the first goal of the game in the 25th minute. So that's our first goal of the career mode. You can see Neymar just tucking it away underneath the goalkeeper and making it 1-0, so you can see some good strength there. He's going to be a great player in this career mode, and I don't think I'll ever sell him because I'm a massive fan of him, and him and Messi will just link up so well, and Marco Reus as well. We're going to see how good Marco Reus is. So straight after this, in the 27th minute, you see Yaya Toure with an amazing shot going into the back of the net, dipping, and it went past Valdez. I have a feeling that goalkeepers won't be as good in this game, so I'm actually worrying about that, because goalkeepers, if they're not very good in this game, there's going to be a lot of EABS in this game, and you can see Yaya Toure, another replay of his long shot. You don't normally see that in FIFA 13, do you? And he puts it into the back of the net. So you can see again, Kolarov attacking the left side. Puyol makes a challenge, and that is unfortunately given as a penalty. We're going to see if we can save this. Maybe if they score, we'll go 2-1 down, but it's not too important. It's only a preseason game, so it's not too bad if we do eventually concede this. So you can see Jovetic, number 35. You're going to see if he can score this in the 40th, to give Man City a good lead going into the second half. And you can see Valdez actually, I kind of selected the right way, and Jovetic actually missed a penalty. So you can see we go down straight the other end. Neymar gets the ball, going past the defender, cut back inside, past Boyata. Actually got good pace as well, but Marco Reus gets in the way, which is so annoying, and that would have been a definite goal if Marco Reus wasn't in the way. So we actually go into the second half, or into half-time, 1-1, and it's actually a pretty good first half. I didn't actually have many chances, and I'm really struggling to score goals at the moment. It's just a build-up. I've got to get used to it, and not abusing that pace as you did in FIFA 13. It's more about build-up, and that's why I think Barcelona will be a good choice to do my first career mode with. So you can see I bring on Alexis Sanchez and Cesc Fabregas. We're going to move Fabregas to the false 9 position as a centre forward. Neymar's going to be the left wing, and Mascherano's going to come in for, I think it was Puyol. No, it was, I don't know what I did there. I think it was either PK or Puyol, but in the end I don't think I actually brought him on. So you can see here we're actually skipping to the 75th minute here. You can see Neymar with the, I think he's going to be really overpowered on this game, just taking out 2 players out of the game and making it 2-1. So that's a great goal there from Neymar to make it 2-1. So do you like the idea of having more extended highlights? I know this game's actually gone on for about 2 to 3 minutes, and do you want to see just the goals? Do you want to see highlights? Leave that in the comment section below and tell me what you think about this new highlights, and tell me what you think of FIFA 14 if you already have. I'm really struggling to adapt to it. So unfortunately they do actually get a red card for Mascherano, and that means we're down to 10 men, but unfortunately it was actually in the game, and we actually win that game 2-1. So we're going to go back into the main menu and hopefully make an offer for Blaise Matuidi, 26 years old, but again we don't know what his rating is, and we're going to actually offer around about 3.8 million to 4 million. So hopefully they accept that. That will be a new CDM into the club, and that means we can get rid of Alexander Song. But by the way, he cannot pass to save his life, so hopefully we can get Matuidi in this episode. So we're going to go into the last game of the episode. It's going to be a game up against Bayern Munich. You can see there the Barcelona Classic kit. It looks quite nice, but hopefully I can unlock that. I've actually got 30,000 points, or whatever those things are at the bottom, you're right. So I don't know what they are, but I've got a lot of points, so I can hopefully get that kit and hopefully use it in this career mode. So you can see there the morale and that kind of thing, and a nice new feature. I like the new bar and that kind of thing. It looks nice, a lot cleaner, and I like the menus as well. But the thing is, they are quite laggy at the moment, which is actually quite worrying, as I said in the first episode. So we're going to go into this game against the European champions Bayern Munich. You can see there we're actually going to put Alexander Song as the CDM, Mascherano and Fabregas as the CM. So I went into this game after thinking Man City did actually play a weak team to maybe not put on my strongest 11. So I did actually play players like Mascherano, Bartra, as you can see, Montoya as well. And Montoya actually did want to play, so I did actually put him into the club. So you can see Messi giving the ball to Marco Reus, no, Cesc Fabregas, sorry, and that was actually given offside. But this is not the main part of this highlight. You're going to see it was a clear offside, and I'm noticing a lot of offsides at the moment. So look at this touch. Lahm is taking off the ball there from Marco Reus, and that's an easy pass along to Messi, and then finesse past the goalkeeper to make it 1-0 in the 6th minute. So that's the first goal for Lionel Messi. Hopefully he's good in this career mode. I'm kind of not at the moment not thinking he's that good. He's actually wandering into different positions and not being the centre forward he's meant to be in real life. And I think he's kind of getting back too much, so I'm actually really struggling up front at the moment. So look how many chances Mandzukic has there. The first one was actually saved from Valdez, and then he actually hit the post. Don't know how he did that. And then that was actually made it 1-0 from Alaba, or 1-1, sorry. So you can see another chance here. Javi Martinez with some great strength there, and then it's actually another chance there, and that's actually given a penalty. I can't keep up with how much stuff actually went on there, but the final result is a penalty for Bayern Munich to make it 2-1 to them, and you're going to see it's going to be Müller to take the penalty against Valdez. By the way, the Allianz Arena looks fantastic as well, and that's a great penalty into the top left corner to make it 2-1 in the 23rd minute. So we're actually down, but for the first time in this career mode so far, and as you can see there, Müller with the penalty, and that was followed with the Alaba goal. So we're going to go into the second half now, after making some substitutions, and you can see here we're going into the menu again. Again, it looks really clean. I like the new menus, but the thing is, it's a bit laggy, which is actually, as I said, a bit worrying. But I wasn't expecting to win this game when I saw Bayern Munich were playing their strongest team possible. And Bayern Munich, by the way, their game style is kind of like passing through the middle, and PK, as I said earlier in the episode, is getting pulled out of position, so there's so much space in the middle for Puyol to be exploited. I think that's the word to put it. And you can see here we're just going to make some more differences into the team. I don't know what the word is. Some different substitutions, that's what I'm trying to say. We're just going to put Mascherano at centre-back for now. By the way, I don't really like Mascherano. Hopefully in the next episode I can get a new centre-back and actually make it another chance there. Dani Alves with a great block off the line to make it, or to keep it at 2-1. We were really struggling in this game. The only chance the game I actually had was the Messi chance, and I actually scored it. That's my only real chance of the game. Really struggling in this, and Bayern Munich were a great team, and they're going to be really hard to beat if I ever come up against them in the Champions Cup. So Mandzukic actually makes it 3-1, and that is a really bad game. So if you've enjoyed this second episode of the day, remember to leave a like. Maybe we can reach 25 likes. That would just be insane, guys. And I'm appreciating all your support on these couple of episodes, and it's great that we're growing so quickly with this series. And yeah, so going to make some more signings in the next episode, but for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.